This week I had another consistent week of tracking my macros and going for a walk. So I'm going to show you exactly what I ate this past week and give you a weigh-in, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydia. If you're new here, I have been on a keto weight loss journey for almost, well, over 4 years now. I'm on a mission to a healthier me. So if you want to see me reach my goals, make sure to stick around, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you find out when all the videos are getting posted. I show you what I eat in a day. I show you weigh-ins. Sometimes I show you recipes. I share with you the ups and the downs of my own personal journey. So I would love to have you along for the ride. This week, I try to stay consistent with tracking my macros, entering it into my planner, and going for that walk every single morning. Last weekend was a little bit tricky because I did go on that book club evening out. So I did have some wine and some drinks, but I did allot that into my carb manager and I try to keep track of it. I did have some drinks again the next night. So the alcohol, trying to abstain from alcohol was a little bit hard and challenging for me last weekend, but I tried to stay the course this week and keep everything in check. So let me show you what I ate. We'll talk averages, weigh-in, and some of the challenges that I faced this week and some of the wins. So check it out. Happy Monday. It is 7:15 and the sun isn't even up yet. Walking to school. There's Copper. All right, I am finished with my walk. I ended up doing 3 laps around the track today, mainly because I didn't walk much yesterday. Exercise goal achieved. Let's see where we are on the step. Not bad. It logged 64 minutes. Wow. Starting the day off with 7,186 steps. Nice. Happy Monday. Good morning again. It is 11:15. I'm sitting down to have my first meal of the day. I went ahead and made 3 fried eggs in a little bit of Kerrygold butter and some 2 beef sausages. These beef sausages, when I put them in my carb manager, come out to 4 carbs each. So that's not ideal. And they're also pretty high in fat and high in calories because each one is like 250. So this just right here is 500. And then it kind of puts me over in fat for the day. So just something to think about because I am tracking my macros and I'm trying to hit a protein number and I'm trying to kind of keep everything else in check. So all right, it's been a while since I've had one of these, but since I am super low on protein today, this is going into my carb manager app and it's going to give me 13 grams of protein. All right, so I had to do some finagling of my macros today because I ate the sausage this morning, which is super high in fat. It kind of threw me off. So the plan for dinner was to do boneless beef ribs, and I needed to just add in a can of tuna. I'm going to eat this entire 5-ounce can of tuna by itself, no mayonnaise, because I don't have room in my macros for extra fat. And I think I'm only going to be able to allow myself 5 ounces of the boneless beef ribs, and then I'll be within range of my macros today. All right, this is what 5 ounces looks like of the boneless beef ribs. It's on like a little side salad plate, and I put some pink Himalayan salt. Good morning, happy Tuesday. Look at that sunrise. We are getting onto the track. I don't know if I'm gonna do 2 or 3 laps today because I do have a meeting at the kids' school 10 a.m. So we will see. Beautiful though. It's cool. It's breezy. I think it's like 77 degrees. It's nicer. All right. right, our exercise is done for today. Awesome. Clocked in 61 minutes of exercise. Logged in 6,867 miles. I did 3 times around the track. Wow, this is my blood pressure for today. That's probably one of the best reads I ever had. It is 10:45 and I am sitting down to have breakfast. I've got 3 eggs cooked in Kerrygold butter, some leftover boneless beef ribs, and I went ahead and finished off these little tiny slices of the protein-sparing modified fasting bread with a little bit of Kerrygold butter on it. And this is my first meal for today. All right, we are having an early dinner. It is about 4:20. I just cut up this chuck steak to weigh up about 7 ounces, and this is what I'm gonna finish off my day with. All right, we are done with today's walk. I only did 2 laps instead of 3 this time. So let's see what our steps look like. I have a total of 46 minutes as my exercise. 5,870 steps to start my Wednesday. All right, I just made my coffee. I've been fasting for 16 hours and I am breaking my fast. All right, I made a bacon and egg scrambled with some sharp cheddar cheese, about a half an ounce, and a serving of the paste picante sauce and some pink Himalayan salt. All right, we ended up at a restaurant today and I ordered a chicken fajita salad, and I've been kind of craving a salad actually. So we've got some tomatoes, some grilled chicken, some avocado, some cheese, some lettuce, and she's coming with some ranch. Good morning, happy Thursday. We are walking and we saw a little bit of lightning. So we will see if we get caught in some rain, but the sky looks beautiful today. All right, we did 2 laps around the track. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 more. When I get to the end of the sidewalk is when it basically completes the lap. So I'm gonna go 1 more around and then head home. All right, I am finished walking. It's about 63.5 minutes. This is my exercise ring, a little over double closed and completed. Yay. It logged in 62 minutes of exercise and 6734 steps, 3.13 miles. All right, let's start our Thursday. I'm ready for some coffee, actually. All right, I went for my walk today. I already had my cup of coffee and then I checked my blood pressure. So I probably should have checked my blood pressure before I even had my coffee. So it's reading a little high. I'm probably gonna check it again in a minute. Wow. All right, so this is my second time trying it. Still a little high. We'll try it again tomorrow. All right, it is 11 o'clock and I am about to make my first meal of the day. So what I did today was I went ahead and put into my macros what the plan was for dinner. The plan for dinner is to make the hamburger patties, which I buy from Sam's. So they're pretty big and they're pretty high in fat and calories. So I went ahead and put that in. I went ahead and put in my protein-sparing modified fasting bun because I plan on making another batch of the hamburger buns today. And then put all that in, even with my protein chips, the Quest chips. So I've got all my entire dinner planned. Now I've got to see like what to eat in order for my macros to come out good today. So I went ahead and weighed out 5 ounces of chicken breast. I'm gonna do a serving of these pepperoni slices. I'm gonna do the remainder of this Rouse sauce. I'm gonna put some mozzarella cheese and kind of have like a pizza chicken melt. I don't know, throwing stuff together. Let's see how it looks. All right, so this is what it looks like right now. I just have the pepperoni, the chicken, and whatever leftover Rouse that I had. I'm gonna go ahead and put this mozzarella cheese on and let it melt, and that's pretty much what I'm eating for my first meal for today. All right, and here is the final product. Yum. All right, it is my first time using this grill since Caesar is taking Ivy to piano. I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt. I hope these come out okay. I'm a little nervous, never used it. All right, let's see how it goes. Do I leave it uncovered? Oh, I don't know. Figuring this out. All right, here we go. We've got a burger with provolone cheese, some mayonnaise, mustard on a protein spare modified fasting bun, some pickle spears. I do have my protein chips. Everybody just getting ready to have some dinner. Yay, yay. Happy Thursday. All right, so today I wanted to do the treadmill instead of go for the walk. We got the exercise ring closed. We clocked 45 minutes and we are starting the day at 4,904. Happy Friday. All right, breakfast is about to get made. We've got these 2 huge chuck steaks. We're probably gonna do steak and eggs this morning, and then I have no idea what the rest of my macros is gonna look like for today. All right, here is our main meal for today. Not sure what I'm gonna eat after this. Not sure what I can. So I will say I am so very proud of myself because when we went out to eat in the middle of the week this week at a Mexican restaurant, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be strong enough to not go for the chips or to not just see something that looks so good on the menu and screw it, let me just get what I want. I didn't do any of that. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna have the chips. I already know what they taste like, and I already know what I'm like when I try to taste it. I can eat the whole basket and ask for a second. So I'm not gonna do it. So I didn't do it. I drank water, I ordered a salad. I mean, granted, it's not the best salad in the world, but I felt better after eating that than I would if I had just ordered enchiladas or something. So I was very proud of myself that I was able to make that decision that evening. Another win, aside from going out to eat this week, is the fact that I was still consistent going on my walks every single morning. I'm very proud of myself. I think it's been about a month now that I've been going every Monday through Friday for about 45 minutes to an hour walk. I've been making sure I can get my steps in every day and inputting it into my planner and my app. So I've been consistent with that. I did try to lift a couple of weights this week at home. I didn't film any of that stuff. But I feel really good as far as those decisions. What I'm finding too is I'm having a little bit of, I don't think it's an aversion because I don't get grossed out at the thought of red meat. I just want other things. So next week, I'm really looking forward to eating some seafood, for eating some chicken. I want to pull out some of my old recipes that I've made, which is like my stuffed chicken breast, and kind of eat something other than red meat. And I know red meat is good for you. It has all those vitamins, and especially when you're doing beef, butter, bacon, and eggs, red meat is king. But sometimes you just want something different. And if I just take a week off, especially when you're tracking and you're trying to keep your fat in check, it's really easy to see that fat number go up when I eat a lot of fat heavy foods like sausages and bacon and burger patties, and so I get very limited on what I can eat. So next week I'm looking forward to trying, I don't know, I haven't had a salad aside from that restaurant salad, which wasn't very good. I'm kind of craving salads and kind of craving, you know, stuffed chicken or some salmon. So I'm looking forward to integrating that back into my menu for the week next week. All right, let's just talk weigh-in and then we'll talk averages, okay? Last week I weighed in at 183.8. This week I weighed in at 183.6. So that is a loss of 0.2 pounds. It's basically a maintain weekend, or a week, a maintaining week, but a little bit of a loss. I don't know if my body's kind of adjusting or what. I stayed consistent when it came to my macros this week. I stayed consistent with my activity. So sometimes you have good weeks, sometimes you have off weeks, sometimes you have maintaining weeks. And for me, this is pretty much like a maintaining week. Let me talk to you about my averages. So first I'm gonna show you what my goal macros are. always hesitant about this because I know people have different opinions. You should be eating more protein. You should be eating more fat. You should have 0 carbs. You should, have more calories. Like, everybody has an opinion. I'm just kind of testing the waters out with these macros to see how I do, how I feel, and kind of go from there. So this is not going to be the end all be all of how I eat moving forward. So the macros that I have in my carb manager as my goal is 1487 calories, 130 protein, 99 fat, and under 20 carbs. And of course, my goal is to get 10,000 steps on average. Now, I'm not trying to, if I go up or down on any given day, it is what it is, but the overall average, that's kind of what I'm trying to hit. So that is my goal. This week's average is 1429 calories, 110 protein, 99 fat. I averaged 8 carbs this week, and my steps at 9,415. So my fat's right on target. I did really good with my fat. My protein's still a little bit under than my goal, and my calories are pretty much in the same boat. Everything's hitting. It's not like I'm not having super high day one day and super low the next. It's pretty maintaining that entire week. So my goal is pretty much being met every day on average. Now, compare this week's averages to last week's averages. I did eat less in terms of calories by about 150 calories. I have less protein by 10 grams of protein. I had a little bit less fat, about 5 grams less fat, and I had less carbs. I did walk more last week. On average, I averaged 11,050 steps last week, and this week my steps are 9,415. So all in all, I'm in the ballpark of where I wanted to be, what my goals were this week, so I'm not mad at it. I just don't want to maintain at 1,400 calories, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to maintain my weight, I'd like it to be at a higher calorie. So I want to see if just my body's kind of acclimating next week. If next week I see another maintaining by hitting my goals and I still maintain, then I'm probably going to have to reverse diet a little bit and just make sure that I either take a break from counting macros and being this strict, or slowly, gradually increase, so that way I don't maintain at a lower level. So I'm trying to cut. I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm sure my body just needs a little bit of adjusting. I did forget to mention, I don't know if I have been mentioning, that I have been taking berberine. I think I might have mentioned it last week. I've been taking berberine. I think it's been exactly a week that I have been on it. Let me see, I put it in my little planner here. I started taking it last Friday, so it's literally been a week. What I've noticed with it is sometimes I forget to take it. I try to take it right before I'm about to eat, or take it when I'm about to eat. A couple of times I ate and then I'm like, oh, I forgot to take it, and then I took it. So I'm not sure about the timing of it and how it affects the overall, how it affects me overall. But so far what I'm noticing is towards the end of the week, I'm just not hungry. Like yesterday, I wasn't hungry. And I had that big meal with the chuck steak and the eggs, or on Friday, I should say, because I don't know when you're going to see this video. So on Friday, I had that big chuck steak with the eggs pretty early on, and I was anticipating eating another meal later, and then like 5 o'clock rolled around. I wasn't hungry like at all. 6 o'clock rolled around, still not hungry. 7 o'clock, okay, not hungry. And so it's like 7:30, 8, and I'm like, it's getting later. I need to make a decision. If I'm gonna eat, I better eat now. But are you gonna eat just to eat, or you wanna see if you can listen to, because the whole point of taking the berberine, I think it does suppress your appetite. And if it suppresses your appetite, it doesn't make sense to eat when you're not hungry, but at the same time, you wanna make sure you're eating enough. See how all of that noise happens, right? So last night Friday night, I just decided, okay, I wasn't hungry, I'm just not gonna eat. So I'm a little nervous moving forward next week, because I wanna make sure I'm eating enough, but at the same time, I don't wanna eat when I'm not hungry. And if berberine is suppressing my appetite, I don't want to counter it by eating when I'm not hungry just to eat something because it's in my macros, you know? So anyway, I'm going to kind of test it out next week to see how I feel as far as hunger cues go, and then still try to hit my macros. So that is where we are today. It's just another week on this journey of mine. I'm feeling good. Emotionally, there was a lot of challenges this week, just personal issues in a lot of different areas that kind of cause stress. I'm trying to track my sleep now to see how much I'm sleeping, like in a good sleep, a deep sleep. So I'm charging my watch in the evening and I'm putting it on when I go to bed so I can kind of track my sleep habits. I notice I don't get a lot of deep sleep. I get a lot of kind of REM and core sleep. If you have an Apple Watch and you track your sleep, you probably know what I'm talking about. And I do wake up a lot during the evening. So I'm curious to know what else I can do to kind of sleep better. I do get a lot of sleep. It's just not solid. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I might sleep 9 hours, but I woke up 6 times during the night and only 14 minutes of my 9 hours was this deep sleep while everything else, you know. So I'm trying to get better sleep because I know cortisol, cortisol happens when you don't have a good night's sleep, and stress levels, right? So in order for my belly fat and cortisol to go down, I do need to keep my blood pressure and my stress in check and also sleep better. In addition to keeping that activity up with my walks and keeping my macros in check. So I kind of want to like get this good groove going so I can see success. So that is it for today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this journey. Leave me a comment. Let me know, what was your week like? Actually, you know what? Leave me a comment. Let me know if you heard anything about berberine. Have you tried berberine? Are you curious of what that is? I did a little bit of research and I've heard a couple of people coin it as nature's Ozempic. It is a supplement or a vitamin that can kind of have the same effects that Ozempic or Mounjaro, or people who are doing the diabetes for weight loss. Some of the similar effects. So I was curious to see if adding berberine in to my routine would help at all. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on berberine. If you've done any research on it or you yourself have tried it, post it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience with it. That is it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.